it's Kate again. Thank you for joining me today. I am again updating some Willow Creek. Wow, let me start again. I am updating some Willow Creek commercial lots, community lots, I guess, in The Sims. These are the 4 lots at the front of Willow Creek that we've seen for the last 10 years in the base game. And I think everybody is updating them because we desperately want a change of scenery because we've had the same scenery for nearly 10 years or whatever. So I am doing it too. I'm on that bandwagon to change things, make them look a little different, a little better. And this is the Movers and Shakers lot. That is the gym. It's like the default gym. I think it's kind of made to look like kind of a little bit like a brownstone or even like a Louisiana business strip, I guess. It's kind of made to look like that originally, and I'm just kind of scrapping everything that's here and going back with modern. So this is a modern version of Willow Creek, and there's my baby. And so you can see I kind of started and demolished a few things there in the beginning. Wasn't really sure how to create the shape that I wanted, but I knew I wanted some kind of neat angular thing, which can be achieved with the roofs if you kind of push and pull them just right. You can see I'll continue to do that and then delete them. But I finally came up with a shape that I like. I really only went with the angular thing on the front, and I think I abandoned it everywhere else. But that's okay, because I don't think the rest of the building looks bad. I think it's just not angled. But I like to address every side of a build, because so often the sides of a place or the back of a place will just get totally ignored. And I'm not talking about in The Sims. I'm talking about in regular American architecture. We tend to always have very like a really showy facade, like a front of a building, and then the rest of the building is just like totally ignored and utilitarian and ugly, which I think is a huge it's a huge fail. So I always try to make sure every face of the building does look nice. And so this has started to take shape, or it has taken shape at this point, and I'm putting in windows. And again, was really happy with the way it looks. It almost gives me like an elementary school vibe. I also chose to do the white windows again, which I did for the lot adjacent to this, which I built a restaurant back where the library, the Willow Creek base game library was. I built a restaurant next to it. And I still wanted Movers and Shakers to be a fitness center or a gym. However, I changed the lot type to being a cafe, because I like the idea that my Sims will come work out here and they can go get a snack and a coffee or a tea or whatever. And so this is actually a cafe in my game, but it does have all of the needed or necessary items to work as a gym if you want it to be a gym in your game. So again, yeah, this is on the gallery. So if you want to, you can change it into whatever you want. It might even be, isn't community pool community pool might be a lot type too. So it might work for that. And it won't work for a spa because it doesn't have like massage tables, but I do have a yoga studio upstairs. Loved using the lights from Modern Luxe to create this flower figure above the swimming pool and the double height ceiling. Really, really excited about that. I've been kind of playing around with those in a few different builds and then not using them, or if I am, I just go back to having one. This is the first time that I have tried to play around with those items to try to create a new shape, something fun. And I think this is really fun. I love the flower above the pool for the lighting, and I think that's awesome. And so the cafe is right up at the front. So as soon as you walk in, you get a coffee. I thought that was kind of more of like a presentable space. You don't want to go walk straight into like a sweaty person when you come to the gym. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't. But I also don't want people to just come off the street and see me being all sweaty either. So I put the cafe right up front, and the showers are kind of in the middle, and they the kind of bridge of the building is this shower, locker room, and the exercise equipment. So this is where I put some treadmills and some weightlifting equipment. Really happy with the way this locker room looked. I gave a lot of space to the locker room and sink area, and then just a small amount of space to the shower and toilet areas. And I really like that. And then I put a little towel station out just outside of that door. It looks very intentional as a fitness center to me. So the gym equipment is very limited, but I just didn't want, I feel like things don't need to be cluttered to look good. I mean, wow, I shouldn't have said that. That was a really bold statement. Things sometimes look great cluttered, and community lots, in my opinion, is not necessarily the time unless you are intentionally going for like an old, bookstore cafe that's been there for ages, and the owner is really old, and they grew up going there because their parents owned it. I can see that being a cluttered space. I don't picture them cluttering up like a modern gym like this. I think they're going to be very intentional about artwork and, placement of decorations and signage so that it doesn't look junky. So I did not put much like just stuff everywhere, including I didn't do loads and loads of fitness equipment, just one here and there. And I feel like that is going to be plenty. There's limited outdoor landscaping. Again, this is one of the most urban kind of blocks that we have to build in on the Sim. You're close to the adjacent builds, and there's a lot of sidewalk everywhere, so really limited on landscaping so far as plants go, but I did put a basketball hoop outside and some uplighting outside, which I thought looked really nice. I placed some bike racks out the front, which I think looks realistic, especially in a town like this. If you imagine Willow Creek really being a real little town, it is close enough to ride your bicycle to the local cafe. Found the Growing Together signage for the recreation center, and I thought it was perfect in here because it shows a little bit of fitness stuff, and then I used the hanger for the shower locker room area, and then I used something else, I can't remember, like a book, like reading a book is what I put outside of the yoga studio, which I realize is not accurate, but I thought that these signs were just perfect. Unfortunately, they only come in the black and yellow. I couldn't find them in a different color. That is about it for this video. I really appreciate you watching today, and this is available on the gallery. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.